If you want this next year to be the best year you have ever had through your entire life, if you want this year to blow away everything you've ever done, for it to be incredible, just change this one thing. Start to focus on fulfillment. Make the goal fulfillment. Instead of a temporary moment of happiness or a fleeting moment of bliss, really concentrate on what would make you feel fulfilled long term and define it very clearly. Be specific. This is an exercise that I'm going to give to you that I know has the power to change your life, but you have to apply it. And if you don't use it, it's useless, because just listening and just hearing it, although it's nice, won't do anything and it won't make a change. So if you're serious and you want some rapid growth, whether you really do want that amazing 2020, or whether you just feel like, yeah, you already have good plans, but you could do even better, apply this. It will help you. It's pretty simple. Take any of these 4 areas in your life and define what a 10 out of 10 would look like in either one of them, or maybe even in multiple, or maybe even all of them if you like. But the minimum requirement is 1. Here are the areas. Number 1 is mindset. Number 2 is health. Number 3 is relationships. And number 4 is purpose. You can pick any of these or all of these and just decide that I'm going to define exactly what a 10 out of 10 in this area would look like for me. And that's exactly what I'm going to accomplish in 2020. I'm going to reach that 10 out of 10. And it's not some weird distant goal, because the way that we do this is we make it practical. We make it something that can be achieved on a daily basis, not something that's far out into the next 6 months. You can start being on track for this from tomorrow or even from today, if you'd like. That's the beauty of it. That's why I really want you to apply, because it's really effective. Let's say, for example, you would like a 10 out of 10 in your purpose. That's a big one, right? You want your life to have meaning. You want to give and contribute. You want to be wealthy because of it, maybe. You want to really make an impact in the world. You want to have a legacy, something that's here after you're gone, something to be remembered by. Well, that's a pretty big, lofty, audacious goal, right? And for a lot of people, that's very overwhelming, and so they just quit or they don't even start. It's so big. But if you decided that, you know what, I think it has something to do with art. I like painting, I like drawing, and I want to be an artist. Well, now you can head down the route of saying, all right, I draw something every day. Would that make you feel fulfilled? Would that maybe already be a 6 or a 7 for you? If you're currently procrastinating, putting it off, not really doing it, and you started just drawing something every day, just one little drawing. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be just right, doesn't have to be approved or validated by everybody else. Would that maybe be a pretty good step in the right direction? What if now we publish that drawing every day to one of your social media accounts? What if we now add in trying to create a little bit of promotion around it? Maybe you message it to 10 people every day. Maybe you go find random strangers on the internet and you send them your drawing and you say, hey, I made this for you. I hope you have a nice day. Now we're getting really weird here, and you might say, hey, I don't want to draw. I don't want to do any of this. But the reason why I wanted to go so practical and so specific is to show you that you can really define this in anything that you want, in any area where you want growth. And whatever your goal is and whatever you're interested in, you can develop it and create a storyline and a progression that you can follow. That's exciting, right? And maybe a 10 out of 10 for you is really you're in art shows, you're in galleries. That's what you want. Well, great. That's a big goal. Maybe that's what you want by the end of 2020. But if you start drawing every day and you start doing this, see, we're already on track. That's the beauty of this process. It's not about hitting perfection tomorrow, but it's about setting ourselves on a trajectory towards long-term fulfillment by doing the things that lead us to where we want to be in the long run, but that we also enjoy and love and care about. Now there's a connection between the long-term goal, what you really, really want, what really matters to you, not just out of desire, but more of a higher consciousness, a level of giving and sharing and fulfillment that really comes from that. It's beautiful. And we're combining that with practical daily steps. For me, it was creating a video a day when I first started, right? Eventually it became doing a coaching call every single day, right? And then it kept growing and developing, and I kept getting better and better and upgrading my goals, and I continue to always. So maybe let's pick a different area. Maybe you want to get to a 10 out of 10 in your health. Well, what would that look like for you? You know, is it about being ripped, shredded, or is it, just fit, feeling good, physically confident in yourself? Great. Well, what could you do every day that would lead you on that path? Maybe you work out every day for 30 minutes, an hour. Maybe you eat a set amount of calories. Maybe you have a specific diet that you follow. It's not that complicated, is it? It's pretty easy to get the things that we want. Well, simple at the very least. Actually, you could even argue pretty easy to do too. Anybody could do that. Why don't we? Well, because we lose sight of the bigger picture. We forget about all that, and then we're just kind of in a dazed, weird phase where we don't know what's going on. And I really want to snap you out of that and get you into this moment and realizing that, hey, this is your life on this spinning rock. And here you are with the opportunity, because you're alive and you're watching this video, that you could change the rest of your life, the trajectory of everything. And that could impact maybe a few people around you very profoundly, could change your family's life, or maybe there are hundreds of thousands or millions of people that could be positively impacted because of the decisions that you make today. I know that was the case for me just over 5 years ago. In 2014, in March, that's when it really clicked for me. And I decided that I wanted to pursue a path, and this is what I could do every single day to end up there. But not only that, it was fun, and I enjoyed the process because I fell in love with it. In addition to that, I knew what a 10 out of 10 would look like. I knew how I would speak on camera. I knew how I wanted to be communicating and connecting with people. I knew how I wanted to be coaching people somewhat, right? Not perfectly, I didn't have all the details. But that idea, with that in front of me, and with the daily action, I was off to the races. And you can be too. And that's why this is so important, because if you know what you want and what a 10 out of 10 looks like, and now you have daily practical steps that you put in front of yourself, it's that. You're good to go. There's not much else needed. You see, people like to make this fancy, weird, complicated plan, how they're going to execute this step, and oh, my business plan, and I got this, and I got that, and my meal plan, and here, and here, and here. Great, don't get me wrong, some of those things are really useful, but for the most part, you really need to know, where do I want to end up, right? Where are we sailing to? Just to make sure that we set the sail in the correct direction, and so we're estimating the wind and paying attention to everything, and not getting lost somewhere at sea. All right, I know where I'm going, and now, what do I need to keep in mind every single day to make sure that we arrive at that destination? Oh, well, make these little adjustments, check this, make sure everything is in check, boom, good to go. It's not that much more difficult than that. So hopefully this lifts some of that good old brain fog off of you, and you start to feel a little lighter and a little like, you know what? I'm just write this out. Boom, I know where I'm going. You know what? I know what I need to do pretty much every day. And if you're unsure, take a little extra time. You don't have to figure it out in 10 minutes. It can take an hour, 2 hours, maybe longer. Spend a day on it. It's worthwhile. Put everything else aside. This is your life. Stop watching everybody else's story. I'm here to help you do your story. So only watch this because you're trying to, right, improve your story. That's the only purpose of it. Not for entertainment, not for you to have watched this video and think, oh yeah, nice video, Raphael. Really do it. It's your story, it's your life, and I want it to be incredible. I know I made mine incredible because I applied this, and I had help from other amazing people around me. Obviously, I could never have done it on my own. I had coaches, I had consultants, mentors, books, audiobooks, seminars, video courses, everything. You need that support. In this video, I really want you to have that cornerstone of, okay, here's the daily, here's the long term. Let's go. What's a 10 out of 10 look like? Really define it. It's attainable. Even if you just hit one in one area of your life this year, that might be massive progress. That might be a huge breakthrough for you. And then of course, maybe you set a new goal and a bigger goal, something that's even more exciting for you. That's great. You want to keep going and keep growing. That's what makes us happy as human beings. That's what gives us fulfillment. It's progress towards a worthy ideal or goal, something that's exciting for us. So give yourself that gift for this new year. Really apply it.